If you think you've seen it all, think again. There was a girl everyone noticed the moment she walked into a room. Her beauty was effortless, her presence magnetic, and her smile unforgettable. People whispered about her, envied her, admired her, and even desired her, yet no one ever asked the question that truly mattered: who is she really? Behind her flawless exterior was a hidden life, a secret so deep and shocking that it could turn admiration into disbelief. This story is not about fame, social media, or appearances. It's about the reality of a life that looks perfect from the outside, yet hides a truth no one was ready to see. Every day, she moved through her life like a character in a glamorous dream. Expensive coffee cups, sparkling city lights, stylish outfits, everything about her seemed effortless. Cameras captured her every move, strangers stopped to admire her, and friends envied her charm. But behind every perfect photo, every confident smile, there was silence, a long, heavy silence that nobody noticed. People were fascinated by the attention she drew, but they never cared to look deeper. And the more people watched, the more she realized that admiration was hollow without understanding. No likes, no comments, no compliments could fill the emptiness she carried inside. At night, when the world fell silent and the city lights blurred through her window, she faced herself alone. The laughter, the parties, the smiles, all faded into echoes that only reminded her of how isolated she truly was. Every message she received, every voice that tried to reach her, felt distant and hollow. She had learned that people loved what they could see: her beauty, her style, her energy, but no one loved who she really was. And in those quiet hours, she wondered, was she really understood? Or was she just a vision, a fantasy everyone wanted but no one cared to know? To protect herself, she wore a mask. She laughed louder, smiled brighter, and became what the world wanted her to be. She hid her fears, her doubts, and the nights she cried for no reason. She became a perfect illusion, admired by strangers, envied by friends, desired by everyone, but inside, a storm raged. Every compliment, every glance, every fleeting moment of attention reminded her that nobody truly saw her. Slowly, she began shrinking herself, hiding emotions too real for a world addicted to beauty and appearances. And yet, she wondered if anyone would ever break through that mask to understand the truth behind her eyes. Then came the secret, a part of her life that no one suspected, a truth so private that even her closest friends could not imagine. It wasn't her beauty, her charm, or the luxury she surrounded herself with. It was far more intimate, more human, more vulnerable. A truth she carried quietly, carefully, as if protecting it could protect her from the judgment of the world. And every day, every compliment, every gaze, reminded her that this secret could never be shared. The wrong person, the wrong time, and everything she carefully hid could be shattered in an instant. She realized that admiration was dangerous, because when people crave what they don't understand, the results are unpredictable. Despite the glamour and attention, her life was a battle no one saw. Every interaction, every smile, every party, every like, all required energy she barely had. Her heart longed for someone to see past the perfection, past the attention, past the illusion. Someone who would stay not for her image but for her reality. Yet, the world she lived in rewarded the opposite. Attention was constant, but understanding was scarce. People wanted the fantasy, not the human. And slowly, she learned that sometimes, the most desired people are the most misunderstood. And the loneliest hearts are often hidden behind the brightest smiles. One day, it all nearly fell apart. A small mistake, a fleeting slip, and the world almost glimpsed the secret she had guarded for years. Vulnerability leaked into her perfectly controlled life, and she realized that admiration without understanding was dangerous. People loved the idea of her, but not her. They envied her life, but didn't care about her pain. They desired her attention, but ignored her emotions. That was the moment she understood something profound. Being admired feels intoxicating, but it can also be isolating, cruel, and dangerously misleading. And she decided, never again would she allow the world to mistake admiration for love. From that day on, she chose herself. She focused on peace over applause, truth over illusion, and self-respect over fleeting attention. Slowly, she rebuilt her life around sincerity, friendships that mattered, moments that healed, and solitude that brought clarity. She kept her secret, not out of shame, but as a shield, protecting the reality of her life from a world that loved appearances more than truth. And though she still walked through life admired by many, only a few understood the courage it took to survive in silence. This is her story, One of beauty, mystery, loneliness, and a secret so profound that it changes the way you see admiration, love, and human connection forever.